This is my base. It has over 50 floors, many employees. I don't know how many meters of solid wood standing in the middle of a field where nothing else is taller than a tree. And this is the plot of land I was working with. Here's the situation. I have never played this game before. What I worked out very quickly is that this is not a survival game, it's a business. You catch creatures and then those creatures work for you. They mine, they farm, they cook, they carry, they do not get paid. They do not complain, it's the best staffing arrangement I have ever seen. So I started a company and I hit the exact problem every real company hits. Land. The game gives you a base area and that's it. A circle. You cannot expand it, you cannot buy the field next door, and once you have placed your workstations and your storage and your beds, you're out of room. I had a few employees and nowhere to put anything else. Now I could have gone and started a second base somewhere else. That is what a sensible person does, but the circle only limits you sideways. Nobody said anything about going up. So the plan is simple. Instead of one base spread across a field, I build one building and every floor is a department. Ground floor is production, ore, stone, anything heavy, because I'm not making anyone carry rocks up 10 floors of stairs. And since I've elevated everything up with pillars, a nice underground scene has been created. We have a food court, farmer's market, valuable ore, everything like on a real underground street market. First floor goes up and immediately I learn the game has opinions about foundations. This is too steep, this is unsupported, this one I don't even understand at all, it just gives me red and refuses. I wish I could simply flatten out the terrain, but the game has its own mind. It's a real pain to align everything to one way or another, but I will do it. I will build my own platform. Meanwhile, I need staff, so I go hiring. Whenever I expand and want to build better and better facilities, I come to the same problem, which is I need more employees that are specialized in getting more and more materials of higher and higher grade. So while I'm expanding, I also made a ninja base to gather raw materials 24/7. I know I said I won't, but hey, a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. And about an hour and 20 minutes in, 3 floors up, a bunch of employees, and I have just realized something that is going to define this entire day. Workers cannot use stairs properly. This is the sentence. This is the whole engineering challenge of this project. I put a workstation on floor 3 and the employees assigned to it stood at the bottom of the building looking at it like it's some philosophical problem. Another one got stuck on the step, one of them fell off, and some were just chilling in the jacuzzi like they're on the job to enjoy themselves. So the design changes. Every floor has to be easily accessible with a huge area. Basically, I have to build the building as if I'm building it for an absolute idiot. One floor is food, one floor is cooking, one floor is berries, everything edible in one place. One floor for crafting, and floors above 6, I just built them because I had wood left and I wanted to see what happened. And this is where it stops being practical and starts being a real project. Because once a building is tall, it wants to be taller. Every floor I finished made the last one look small. At this point, I keep expanding my resources just to see how far I can push the whole thing. Is there any limit at all? By this point, it is visible from the next region over. There is a boss tower on the horizon, an actual landmark built by an actual faction in this world, and mine is actually taller. I've literally took the Chinese approach and just built into the sky. I wish they had the elevator in this game because I don't want to climb up anymore. I mean, we do have computers and such, perhaps in the next patch. Which brings us to the part where it goes wrong. Obviously, I can't just keep building forever, and once in a while I have to go down and do other things and make sure my pals bring in more and more materials of higher grades, and so I evolve further. I figured out jumping off was the best way. In the first few attempts I totally forgot I have a glider, so you can imagine how that happened. but climbing back up was a hassle. It took me minutes to get back to the top. Just look at this, I'm struggling so hard to climb up and waiting forever until I reach the top. So please give us elevators in the future patch, I beg you, look at this, I'm climbing for minutes. But the good news is the building is stable, no raids issues or anything yet. For now it holds. Nobody has fallen off in about 10 minutes, which for this company counts as a safety record. But since I've gotten into building into the sky, I can't be happy with just one tall building, right? I have to build more and make a proper city. Every city has many buildings and offer everything to their citizens. So I had to add another one, which is taller obviously. And what do I have to do? Of course jump off and test how the freefall feels. So let's go! And landed. But once you have 2, why not have 3 or even more? Now I really want to go big. I want to see what I can seriously build. I'm seriously curious how far up can I actually build. Is there any limit at all? Does the game limit me in any sense, or can I just go into space? I will keep expanding so I see how far I can push it. So the final result of today is this. Nice and a tall city. I'm quite proud of what I've built, but it doesn't end here. I need more production since this is my work city, and the real project will start soon. Since the game has Japanese elements which I can use to build my own mini Tokyo, that will be my endgame goal. To own my very own mini Tokyo city, which I'll build on the Sakura Island up there. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed my journey from zero to a small business owner that turned into a massive conglomerate that owns a construction company and built the biggest city in Palworld. Press like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video where we will go even higher.